Hey guys, Dan here. I've been looking to put up some new content recently that isn't just your sort of same old pickups videos that I tend to do, and something that's a little less time consuming than a review or something like that. And I thought perhaps I could cover some sort of peripherals that I have lying around that other people may be interested in, but just want some information on. And I figured what better way to start with one of the best ones. Now this is the Mad Catz Fightpad that was released in conjunction with Street Fighter 4 last year, 2009. The year of our Lord, 2009. And this was released on the PlayStation 3 as well as the Xbox 360. And what this did, I mean, for some reason Mad Catz, who in the past have just been absolutely dreadful, have really turned themselves round, and this is just a great example of that. This is a really solid pad. So obviously this is open, I've had this months, but I just wanted to show you sort of for display purposes the box there. It's really quite a cool box. It tells you the other ones you can get in the range. I mean, there's way more than this now because they did like round 2 when Super Street Fighter 4 came out this year, and I think there's some limited edition ones as well. But let's just pop this open and have a look. So what you get with the PlayStation 3 version is obviously the Fightpad itself, and you also get this little devil here, which is the receiver. So you pop that into your PlayStation 3 USB socket, and this thing works completely wirelessly. And what it has there is a slot for batteries, which I'm probably not going to be able to slide open. No, it takes 2 AA's. Can't remember if it came with any, I think it did. Basically what you do is pop that on. There's an on switch and an off switch down there. Pushing your middle button, and this isn't synced to my PlayStation obviously because that's here, but it's flashing and it would turn on as it would normally to boot up your PlayStation. What's particularly cool about this is the floating D-pad. Now apparently Mad Catz based this is also an officially licensed Capcom product as well, it's worth pointing out. Mad Catz apparently based this design on the Sega Saturn controller, and you can kind of see that actually if you look at it. In terms of like ergonomics, it's got a really good feel to it. A strange choice is that they put rubber on the back, and it feels really weird when you actually grip it. Just that bit in there, which I thought was strange. But anyway, yeah, the highlight here is the floating D-pad. I mean, that is absolutely brilliant. If you're a fan of 2D games, maybe like Mega Man 9, Mega Man 10, a lot of stuff you can get on Xbox Live Arcade, then this is well worth picking up just for that. On top of that, you've got really responsive buttons that aren't sticky in the slightest, which is great news. As well as a turbo feature. So if we zoom in here, or lean in, you'll see we've got select start obviously and turbo. I think if you hit turbo and then the button you want to be turbo, no, I've already got that wrong. Right, let's turn it back on. Okay, just to be a pain, that's not going to work because it's not synced. So you've got the turbo feature, which basically gives you, I think, 3 speeds of any button. So if you want to just spam Chun-Li's kicks or E-Honda's punches or something like that, or Zangief's spinning clothesline, you can do that by assigning it to one of those 8 buttons. I mean, the good thing about this with Street Fighter is you can have all 6 sort of attack buttons on the front of the pad. You don't even have to concern yourself with the collar buttons. And obviously Street Fighter allows you to fully customise it in any way you choose. But as far as D-pads go, or at least just control pads as opposed to arcade sticks go, to me this is the best on the market. It feels fantastic, it's quite durable, I've bashed it about a lot, it works really well, and it's just it just looks wonderful as well. Obviously this is the Ryu one. It's just such a great thing. You can pick these up cheap on eBay. The Chun-Li one in particular I don't think sold very well. Not eBay, sorry, Amazon. And it might be cheap on eBay as well, but you'll find the Chun-Li ones tend to be cheaper. Honestly, if you're not too fussed about the image, it's well worth picking up. Regardless, because it's such a tight package, a really good controller. It's got a really stylised finish, like I say, the rubber grip at the back, and the triggers are pretty solid as well. And you can use this with any game really. The only limitation is obviously there's no second D-pad to act as an analog stick if you're playing something like a first-person shooter. And what you can actually do is switch between what you want the D-pad to function as. So here we can have it functioning as the left stick, the D-pad in the middle, or the right stick, but obviously no 2 at once. But it's great that you can select. Something else that's interesting to note is that when you buy the 360 version, which of course I have, it comes wired. Now this isn't a variant. There is 2 versions of this. You get your PlayStation one and you get your 360 one. And supposedly due to some sort of limitation with the technology, the Xbox 360 one could not produce the same wireless experience, as in sort of like one-to-one precision or whatever it is, that the PS3 could. You also notice that the models are slightly different, because the Xbox One's actually slightly lighter, which is a bit weird and kind of tacky, but never mind. But yeah, largely the same. Because this is wireless, obviously, it's going to be more responsive because it's wired in, and it's not having to travel through the air and be picked out by the receiver before it gets to the console. So I've never had any problems with that, but some people are funny about Street Fighter, people I know, and they'll only play it plugged in because they don't want to lose any sort of response time, which is fine. But the primary difference between them, other than the fact that the Xbox One is wired and the PlayStation 3 one isn't, is the weight. And because you've got your AA batteries in this, it's got a decent weight behind it. It really does. It feels nice in your hands. This one, on the other hand, is really light. I mean, it's incredibly light. And that's one of the things that puts me off the Xbox 360 one. I wish it had some of the extra weight behind it, like the PS3 one does, because it feels too tacky without it. But having said that, that's something you get used to. And I'm good now with, one of these pads. If you hone your skills on one and then go over to the other, obviously it's virtually the same thing apart from the weight. So my skills are now sort of equal on Super Street Fighter on the 360 and Super Street Fighter on the PS3. And it's just cool to have that across the board, especially when you consider how strange the Xbox 360's D-pad is. And also the PS3, it's pretty good, but it's nothing on one of these floating D-pads. These are utterly brilliant. But yeah, so in a nutshell, I really would recommend these things. I mean, if you can pick one up for your console of choice, I certainly recommend it. And like I say, just know the differences if you're trying to make the choice. Know that this one honestly has a better build quality because it's heavier, and that the Xbox One is wired, and there is no wireless equivalent. But everything else is the same, all the switches at the bottom. So yeah, also you can plug your headset into the Xbox 360 one down there. So it's got everything a normal controller would have. And that's about that. So if you're interested in one of these, go ahead and buy one. Thanks for watching.
10, W, 5, 4, 7.